Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are continuing our second episode on this series where we have two experts with us. One is Vinay Diwakar, who's been handling multiple products, and another is our own Ganesh Madda, CEO of 5 Minutes SST US. So we will continue with the next question that we wanted to ask our two experts. This is on the database topic, so I will stick to the cloud and database related questions for now. Would you prefer SQL or NoSQL? Ganesh, I'll start with you.
Hello, everyone. Okay, and welcome back again for the series 2. Okay, and okay, that's a very good question, and a lot of people have a confusion saying that, okay, dilemma or confusion, you can say that what to choose, okay, when they are choosing application. The thing is that, okay, first of all, SQL is a structured query language, which is a relational database management system, and NoSQL is a dynamic schemas for unstructured data. NoSQL is basically a column-oriented, document-oriented, graph-based, which is stored as a key value pair, whereas SQL is the table-oriented. If you see this, okay, immediately you should understand, okay, which application, where to use it, okay. But there are advantages, or there are some advantages in SQL, there are some advantages into the NoSQL. I'll go a little bit on that, okay, is that since NoSQL, okay, you can create documents without having to define a structure. There is no structure, okay, that is very important. And then in the NoSQL, we can add the fields as you go. It's a very dynamic, okay. Whereas, okay, if you see that in the SQL, we cannot do like that. And because it is a table oriented, there is a relationship, everything is all tied up into that. It's very difficult to manage and maintain it. That is very important. Scalability, if you see that NoSQL is a very highly scalable, okay. And the SQL is also scalable, but compared to NoSQL, with the scalability of the SQL, NoSQL is very high. How that is different is that SQL is a vertical, okay, scalability, whereas NoSQL is horizontal scalability. What is the difference? A lot of people ask saying that, okay, what is the horizontal scalability and what is the vertical scalability? For example, in the SQL, it is a vertical scalable, means it is like adding floors to the buildings, okay. So if there is a building and you can add as many floors on the top of that, that's where it's a vertically it is growing, okay, rather than it is going on horizontal. Whereas NoSQL, you can add as many buildings in the neighborhood. That way you can utilize the space very properly. And this is a very advantageous things, okay, which has NoSQL has that. But the one disadvantage is that there is no relationship, in that particular thing. So whenever you are going to have a relationship, then nobody beats the RDBMS or SQL thing. That is the basic things into that, okay. So that's why it is depending upon what your application is, okay, what type of scalability you require, and how the dynamically you maintain the structure. That is the idea behind the NoSQL and SQL.
I can comment further on what Ganesh has said. Largely, he has already covered the ground, but just to add, like there are some examples of SQL databases, MS SQL, Oracle, MySQL, and NoSQL is mostly MongoDB and Cosmos DB, very popular. Azure Cosmos DB is supported by Azure. DynamoDB is supported by AWS. There are challenges with NoSQL and SQL. Like Ganesh mentioned, that SQL is a very structured data, and that means if you have to define the schema after you have already designed your database and you have pumped in a lot of data in it, it becomes challenging. It could become challenging because you are working in a fixed schema. And this is where the NoSQL database, they shine, because they don't have to define the schema up front, and the schema can be designed over a period of time when we have more and better understanding of the data. But the challenge on the NoSQL side is that because it is not structured data and the schema is not defined, you can imagine what it will do to your query optimization. It will become extremely hard to optimize the query in NoSQL. NoSQL databases are also, sometimes they are license free, they are open source, and so you do not have to incur any cost. And they could be best suited for complete queries, small enterprises, large enterprises, if they want flexibility in their systems for database designing. And like Ganesh mentioned, growing them horizontally.
Thank you.
Those are very good inputs. I'm guessing the reason MongoDB picked up, big time, is because of these advantages it has as a NoSQL database.
Correct.
That's
That's
wonderful.
correct.
Thanks everyone for watching, and that was a very interesting question, and I like the way our experts handled it. We will meet again with the next episode on the same topic, where we meet with the experts on various topics on cloud, databases, etc. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.